Hello people, Digi back with another video. Today you're going to be having a look at the YF-DAI project. But before we get started, as always, all views and opinions expressed in these reviews and on these videos are those of the team and not to be considered as financial advice. So now we got that out of the way, let's kind of jump straight into the review. If anyone wants to check out the review, I'll leave a link in the description below, but you can visit our website at proofreview.com/reviews/YF-DAI. So let's just have a quick overview on this project and see what it's about. So launched in the summer of 2020, YF-DAI is one of the emerging DeFi platforms that's developed a range of features, establishing itself as a leading contender in the DeFi space. The aim of the project is to allow users to invest, borrow, lend, stake, trade and farm on a safe, stable platform, with holders being rewarded with a portion of the revenues generated by the team. So what does that actually break down to? I mean, one of the key things, well, before we jump into that, you can see all the features listed here. We're going to go through them one by one. So the first thing about the project is the staking feature. Now, anyone who's used to DeFi will know that some of these projects have an insane APY, which in turn just leads to the dumping of the project. It's not sustainable. With YF-DAI, it's a very attractive 72% a year, or 6% a month. I can't get my words out, or 0.2% every day. Now, just aside from staking and getting the obvious returns, there are a couple of core features available to those who stake the project, which we'll touch on a little later in the review. Another feature that's key for the projects that's people are probably used to in the DeFi space is yield farming. So the yield farming for YF-DAI is currently live. It went live earlier on this week, and I believe there's 4 pools available for people to farm on. If you want any more information, I'll leave a link in the description below on how you can get rolling on that. Now, moving on, I think this is the key feature of the platform. It's probably its crown jewel. It's going to be the Safe Swap platform. So it's going to be a decentralized exchange which will list and support projects that have met the strict criteria from the team, which will include locking their tokens and fully auditing the contracts. So anyone who's been trading on Uniswap in the last couple of months, that'll be music to your ears. Basically, what their team are looking to do is launch a very similar version of Uniswap. So, decentralized platform, lots of trading pairs, but they're kind of looking to put some sort of filter in place so they reduce the risk of rug pulls to basically zero, because the teams that are wanting to list on the platform will have to go through this vetting process to actually get listed. So it's really interesting to see how that develops. And then there's also the Launchpad feature as well, ecosystem, which will promote up-and-coming projects that wish to contribute legitimate services to the crypto space and help them during their building process. So the basic aim would be is that, again, the team work with this project from conception all the way to launch. They launch it on a Safe Swap exchange, and it's beneficial for both parties. Now, how is that going to benefit you guys, the holders out there? So I think we talked about the staking, and if you're staking your coins, you get rewarded. So I think touching on the Safe Swap, one of the key things about that is a revenue share model. I mean, there's actually a revenue share amongst all the features. But the revenue share model of the exchange basically breaks down as the following. So there's a 0.3% fee for using the platform. That's kind of split like shown here. Sorry, just getting distracted here. There's a spider in my room. Let me just get rid of him. And then the 0.3% fee that's generated from the exchange revenues is going to be distributed as following. So 0.25% is going to go to liquidity providers. Anyone trades on Uniswap knows what that means. And then, interestingly enough, 0.05% of the fees are going to go towards a development fund. They're going to be distributed as shown here. So a third goes back towards buying and burning the YF-DAI until the supply is reduced. 25% go towards the development fund, 25% to a marketing fund, 5% to team, and 5% to you, the long-term staker and farmer. And also, very nice touch at the end, 2.5% charity, which will be decided by a governance vote, basically the holders. Now, alongside the Safe Swap platform, so as we mentioned, they're having the Launchpad platform, again, benefiting you, that you can get into pre-sales that have been vetted, that are already going to be listed on an exchange for trading, and also give you, better returns for holding the YF-DAI coin and staking it. So as you can see, longer you stake, the more you're allowed to get as an investment into a pre-sale. And just wrapping up on this staking here is you can see all the features available for stakers. So it's broken down into your holding period, 1, 2, 3 or 4 months. And as you can see, these are the benefits you get, which is your early project pre-sale access, your launchpad token farming, your profit share of the Safe Swap revenues, your profit share of the Safe Predict platform, and also a profit share from advertising and borrowing and lending. So just wrapping that up, I mean, there's a lot of features available in this project, and as we touched on right when we started, I feel that it distinguishes itself from the competitors in the space, and there's a nice infographic that the team have put together to show why. I think the two key things to take away from this is the max supply and also the market cap, in addition with all the features that are being developed as well. So just summarising this up, key things we liked on the positive: working platform, several features, growing adoption, the Safe Swap and Launchpad platforms, and the fact that it improves significantly on previous DeFi models. Only weaknesses we could see for the time being was the ETH network can become clogged until it upgrades to 2.0. These guys, if the YF-DAI team get busy in relation to their exchange, etc., etc., it just can cause headache for the general user. And also, some of the features are still in development, like the Safe Swap, the Launchpad, etc. So moves us on to the tokenomics now. By the time you guys read this, some of this information might have changed. So don't kick off at me in the comments to say, well, you said it was this price and now it's this. Not my fault. This is crypto. Things move every day. So a little bit of information about the tokenomics here. Key things we want to talk about is a max supply and a circulating supply. Now the max supply, as we talked about in the token burn, or did we? No, we're going to come on to that. There's going to be a token burn for the project using the revenues, as we talked about, from 21,000 to just under 14,000, so basically reduced by a third. Now, what difference is that going to make is what it says: reduce the supply, kind of makes it more scarce. Combine that with the fact that people are going to be staking their tokens to get the rewards, should lead to a growth in the project overall. If you want to have a quick look at the distribution, I've got the block explorer here. This chart is not live, so just click on this in the review. And just kind of key things: at the time we did this review, the market cap was only 1.5 million. I know that has changed based on the price. We'll show that in the chart just as we get onto that. But yeah, you can see the information here. I always recommend people use CoinGecko or CoinPaprika to get this information themselves before they make any investment decision. Key things you're looking for is volume to market cap. Try and do that over 30 days and you'll get a good picture of where the project's at. So as we can see, token model, all these services are going to be used to do a burn. And just summarizing this up, key things we like: low total supply, token utility on the platform, financial reports from the team, and also a deflationary model via a token burn. One thing I've not included in here, which we recommended to the team, we recommended they label the development funds on Etherscan. At the time of the review, they said it had been updated, so I'll get that put in the review as well, so the development funds are transparent as well. Just kind of wrapping up here, guys. I just want to whiz through the rest because I know nobody wants to watch a 20-minute video. Few things around the team: very positive, public team, consistent development, regular financial reports, working product with a user base, a registered company in Singapore with the information available, revenue streams to progress development, and strong partnerships. The code has been audited by the Blockchain Consilium. A few positives around this: the fact that it's been audited, but we also recommend the team get this done on a regular basis, whether that's weekly, monthly, annually. Get their own team and possibly do it, regularly, and then an external audit several times a year. So on the community, few things we liked: lots of active engagement. Unfortunately, because they're a new project, they've got a low follower base, but it's impressive for where they are right now. We recommend the increase of social media following. Another few things about the project that are positive: regular communication, growing community, and a governance model for the coin holders coming in Q1 of next year. Just another weakness we wanted to touch on was the website. It's not multilingual. I know that, again, it's a very small thing, but we always recommend it for all projects just to make sure that they can increase their reach among global communities. And finally, the most important thing, what you guys want to know, is a technical analysis. So let's bring up this chart on the actual charting platform. So just going to quickly whiz through this. As you can see, we talked about the project launching in September. It's had one initial cycle, which was your DeFi bull run, and then been in consolidation since. So the two areas that stood out to me was this accumulation area of 300 to 400. How do I know it's accumulation? We'll look at where price ran up from before its big move. You can then kind of substantiate this with the volume here as well. Price then hit its high, retraced back to this original accumulation level. We see a reaction. We also see price dipping back in here a few times before moving away. Now, it's just simple for me to say, if someone's buying at 3 to 400, they could sell at an easy 2x of that price, which lines up nicely with this this range here, which is between 700 and 800. We've tried to pop through once, twice. We had a clean break. Price came back to that level. Now we're just kind of currently settling in that. I believe this is probably a reaccumulation where we're looking to break these previous highs. A close above 800 and a continuation is what I'll be looking for. If price breaks out down again to the downside, put an alert at maybe 500, 550 and below. Just look to see if price reaches back into this range. Volume is key here as well. So we had this big candle up. You can see it's not the biggest candle in terms of volume. This was actually here. It's probably more akin to distribution taking place at this level. Again, it makes sense if someone bought at 300, 400, 350, whatever. They're getting a 2, maybe even a 3x if you played it well. Easy exit, Lines up nicely here. Also with the mid-range of this candle. So yeah, all in all, we want to see a break of 800, continuation to the upside. Really bullish would be a break of 974 or 1000. With that, maybe get one of these giga candles and see how things go from there. So just wrapping up on the price element, room for price growth on the upside. There's a ETH and USDT pairing. Ongoing teen burn will mean a constant demand. Basically, they're buying coins every month to burn. Always a regular trading supply then, and few weaknesses. I think the price is not reflective of the development. Team could probably do with increasing the brand awareness for the project, and there's no USD or fiat pairing available right now. So people might see USDT as fiat pairing. It's not in my eyes. It's still a taxable event. You're still a token, so you're not trading from fiat into coins or coins into fiat. It will be from ETH into USDT, USDT potentially into cash. It's a middleman there. Anyway, I'm chatting shit and kind of waffling on here. So, in conclusion, just wrapping up this video. Sorry, it's been a bit long, guys. The project scored an outstanding 79 out of 100 based on our scoring matrix. We rate the project at an A rating. I feel that with the implementation of the Safe Swap and the Launchpad, this will easily get to an A+. So we'll come back to this in a few weeks once those are live. And yeah, if you want a full breakdown, we use a scoring metric of 100. That's 100 questions, 5 in each section. 4 in each section. A combination of 20 for each kind of overall section, and then we combine that into 100. And yeah, that's kind of wrapping up for today. Now, just one final thought on YF-DAI. I'll be producing more content around this over the next couple of weeks. If you want more information, you can contact the team on the links in the description below. If you like the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, make sure you do your own research before investing into any crypto project. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let's wrap this up here and we'll see you